So this video shows you a simple way to profit from overreactions pre-race on Betfair's exchange. We make a bit over 30 quid, which wasn't too bad when you realise how low quality the race was. The main thing I want people to take away is the structured way you can consistently win amongst the noise and chaos of a pre-race market. It's a steady burner, so hang around to the end and you'll see how the result was achieved before the race even began. There's a bit of secret sauce hidden inside too, so please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Okay, so what have we got here on screen? We've got a horse race, Tampa Bay Downs, 8:43 in the evening on the 30th of the 5th, 2020. And you may have seen in the intro there, I'm already filtering on some lay positions on the favourite. All will come clear with that in a moment, and I'll explain exactly why. However, at this point in time, I think it's important just to talk you around the screen, let you know what's going on, a little bit of backstory before we jump forward in time, because there's a long time to post still, just under 14 minutes there on screen. And typically, people that have watched my videos over a longer period of time will know that I always advise against trading this early on. So I don't want to appear as a hypocrite, I want to explain exactly why, and I do advise against trading so early on, unless there is a specific reason. In this video, there is a very good, valid reason why I started trading earlier, and some of the things that I did, as I said, will come clear shortly. So first of all, we're laying the favourite. You can see the favourite has gone a crazy drift since this morning. It started around about 1.5 or whenever the market opened. And you can see also that the second favourite has taken a chunk of money, north of 3. And you can see that the price has come in a little bit more, and there's been an even larger chunk with a £1,000 match not so long ago. That £1,000 match was quite critical to me, firing up the software to record the screen here so I could share this trade with you guys. So I'm just filtering on some more lay stakes because I suspect that the favourite is going to drift further, and there's going to be sustained volumes of money coming in on the second favourite. They're both short price favourites, which means they will affect each other more in the market than you would see elsewhere. So let's skip ahead to 9.5 minutes to the start, and you can see a small movement has already happened. I'm on for a £200 lay stake, which doesn't mean that I'm willing to lose £200 by laying a favourite there. It just means that that is the overall stake. The tick increments in the profit and loss column show you how much I'll be willing to win or lose on this trade as it moves. But the thing I really want to draw your attention to is the second ladder there. So you can see these dark green bars on the volume there, and you can see that the recent money has come into the market at that price as being matched, and that indicates that this second favourite is being backed. Now that is what I see with that £1,000 match very early on the Betfair chart down the bottom there, and also in conjunction with the fact that the favourite was already drifting, and I could see that the money within the market actually wanted matching. Now what do I mean with that? I mean people dragging in large stakes and pushing the price down. As I believe some more comes in the market about now, you can see that money being dragged down, £2,000 at 2.56. So at this point in time, I'm going, hey, look, it's 8.5 minutes to the start of the race. Is this a little bit crazy? Is this an overreaction? Somebody's kind of betting on this as though it's already won. I mean, earlier on, the favourite was an odds-on shot, and it's now drifted out considerably, and there's £2,000 down at 2.5 on the second favourite. Now, we get a little bit of a good feel here, but this is probably the most crucial part of this race in terms of how I was perceiving and viewing what's going on. And I do lose a few ticks too, so I'm quite happy to do that. That's part of trading. It's the cost of doing business. But here you can see the second favourite seems to be an all-time low. It doesn't mean it's not going to be backed more. It doesn't mean another one. Look, that trunk has been dragged down even further. That money really wants matching. But basically, there's a pressure point within the market here. The favourite has drifted probably as far as it possibly can go. You can see there's resistance building there, and you can see that the second favourite, I mean, somebody could carry on dropping large chunks of money into the market all day long, but I'm hovering over the lay side there because I'm thinking, do you know what, if this disappears, gets matched, I'd rather be on the lay side at this point in time, because it's already gone a crazy move. It's halved in price. We've got 8 minutes to the start, and we don't know what the real trading volumes are going to happen on the rest of the runners yet. Other horses could be backed as yet, because that's when the market actually picks up and the true volume passes through the market. So we could see a wild drift back on the second favourite, going back to where it should be, because we don't know where all the runners should be in the market just yet, because there's not enough activity and volume passing through the market. And you can see people start to panic, and that panic leads to even further overreaction. The price is dipping in more. But at some point this has to change. So I've hedged up my position, and the reason for that is because I actually suspected that it would turn earlier, but I got it slightly wrong. Okay, so I'm thinking at this point in time, do I back the previous favourite, it's now second favourite, and do I lay the second favourite that's coming all that way? And that may seem counterintuitive to some people because it's going completely against the grain of what's actually happening in the market. But you have to go against the grain in the right situation, which I do now. So I lay the favourite for a small stake. I'm being a little bit cautious here, admittedly. I back the favourite for a small stake, £50. It shows £28 at the top there because we've already got £21 profit so far on this. But 6 minutes to the start, normally I wouldn't even be interested in getting involved in the market just yet, and still it goes against me a bit. So I'm being very cautious, I'm not overstaking, I'm not getting overexcited and attached to my line of thinking, which is a common fault that new traders do. And I'm just thinking, look, where is the best point? Another £1,000 chunk. I'm highlighting it with my mouse, even it's circling around on the screen there. But I'm going, where is the bottom? Look, surely this is not going below evens. If it does, I need to be careful, and I may need to hedge up and take the loss. However, I think it reaches that point of it can go no further soon, and more money starts to flow into the market. So that formation phase of where all the other runners start to get backed a little bit too, that's where the most pressure is going to be on this now favourite in the second column there, Fleur de la Mar, if that's how you pronounce it. And I go, look, enough's enough. I tap the lay button there on the second favourite and the back button on the favourite once more, I believe, in a second. And I go completely against the grain. So I'm going full contrarian here, but you can tell from the staking that I'm not overly convinced myself that it's going to go a full drift. What I'm really looking for is confirming signs of what I think is actually happening. So I want to see more money being backed on the favourites, or the first column on the left. I want to see more money coming in there on the backside, definitely, without a doubt. And I'd also like to see it on the third and fourth, if I'm honest, which is then going to spring the second column back out to where it may have been previously. But the whole time you have to bear in mind, it doesn't mean that this horse can't be backed anymore, because it could be some sort of insane gamble from the inside that nobody knows that this horse has got some kind of form that far outweighs everything in the market inside information. So I'm hovering there, I'm protecting my profit. Look, it's not a huge amount of difference in profit, it's a few quid, but whether it's a few quid, 10 quid, 50 quid, it's all important that you protect your profit, minimise your risk and maximise your return. And the whole time I'm thinking, should I lay this second favourite for more, this second column, sorry, should I be laying it more? And you can see that with that angst, I'm checking for more large stakes further up the ladder there. Are they going to get dragged down? Are they going to get backed? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is with the overreaction over a longer period of time is starting to return. But the question is, how far will it go? Will more back money go? And the whole time I'm just concerned that there's going to be more back money pour into the market and go against my position, because we're going against the grain. We're being contrarian in this situation. But you also see something that maybe wasn't completely obvious early on in the bottom, when the price was down the bottom there. You just see people panicking, and that can be other traders in the market, because you have to bear in mind you've got punters, you've got people on the inside, you've got your average Joe punting, but you've also got people using trading software just like we are on screen pre-race too. So when a resistance point changes and there's a major change in a market like that, and it's been pushed all the way to the extremity, be it through the large amounts being backed or an extreme drift, which you've seen both on one screen in this video, then it's like chain reaction with dominoes. Everybody starts to realise there's a change, and they're all jumping over themselves and each other to get their bets matched within the market, which can sometimes push the price even further too. So at this point in time, I'm thinking, look, the second should drift more, surely. It's been down to the 2. There's not really been any substantial back money since then, and you just see a chunk coming on the first ladder on the left there, which was the previous favourite, and that has pushed just out for a tick or so on the second favourite here. So that's my confirming signal to say, let's lay this bad boy again. Slightly larger stake this time, but we've only got a couple of minutes down to the start to go as yet. I don't know if I get all of that match. I do get all of that match there. And although the price hasn't flown off at a tangent, the true direction that the market wants in this situation is for the first column on the left to come in, and the second column, which has overreacted, has gone too far, has been shortened too much, to drift back out. And that's why we're in bang at 2.20 and back out just over 2.3, 2.34. So that's a fair move in itself. A lot of the time people, if they could find one trade in a race like that, that would be enough for them. And we hedge up. The reason I hedge up is, as I've explained in previous foreign pre-race trades on YouTube, is that the live video, the live stream is extremely important. Sometimes there's delays, sort of 30 seconds, up to a minute even. It can be in some tracks, in some instances. I'm not saying all the time, but you don't want to get caught out in play in a poor liquidity market where there's not a lot going on, because you'll lose all your profit and more, and some of your trading bank, which you never even wish to risk in the first place. But that is an overreaction. You can see it went all the way down to 2.20. We got in a 2.22 on the drift there. It's now out at 2.4, which is a hell of a move to have happened within sort of 30 seconds or under a minute. And we're now in the final dying seconds, coming down to the start of the race, where I'll close those lay positions in the market there, because I don't want them matched, because I don't want to get caught out in play. In play is the absolute devil for pre-race traders, and you can see the horses down to the start. And I just highlight the 1 minute to post on the US live stream there on screen. So just to round it up, the Betfair screen to show you the overall profit pre-race, before the race even started, was 33.22.